اللهم يسر وأعين وتقبل. رحم الله من قرأ الفاتحة مع الصلوات. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين وبه نستعين وهو خير الناصرين ومعين. ثم الصلاة والسلام والتحية والإكرام على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. اللهم صل على محمد. واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من أول يوم ظلمهم إلى لقاء يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال الإمام الرضا عليه آلاف التحية والثناء حين سئل عن زيارة فاطمة بنت موسى عليهما السلام قال: من زارها فله الجنة. صلوات. اللهم صل على محمد وآل Muhammad. We are all gathered here tonight to commemorate the martyrdom of Bibi Ma'asuma Salamullahi alayha. We all know her name is Fatima. Fatima bint Musa. Musa, who is our seventh Imam alayhi alafut tahiyyat wa thana. So she is the daughter of our seventh Imam and sister of our eighth Imam. And Imam Rida alayhi salam and Bibi Ma'asuma are from the same mother, from one mother, Bibi Najma Salamullahi alayha. That may our salawat be a gift upon them. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. This hadith I quoted is from Ibn Qulaway, who is the teacher and a great alim of Shaykh Saduq. The book's name is Kamilu Ziyarat. He says through his reporter that I questioned Imam Rida alayhi salam about the ziyarat, how is visiting and going for the ziyarat of your sister Hazrat Bibi Ma'asuma Salamullahi alayha in Qum. Imam replies, Qal man zaraha, whosoever did ziyarat of Bibi Ma'asuma Salamullahi alayha falahul jannah. The reward of that ziyarat is paradise. This clarifies one very basic and simple issue. Many times you hear this, and even I heard it today from someone. I was referring to something. You will read it or you will listen to sometimes people saying that Hazrat Imam Rida alayhi salam was martyred before Hazrat Bibi Ma'asuma. This is not right. I repeat. With a lot of respect, remember, we have to go through our reliable sources, reliable books. Imam Rida alayhi salam was martyred and he left this world in 2003 after Hijrah. And he was poisoned while in Mashhad Muqaddas today, which was Marv those days, just different name. Remember, this place has different names. Marv, Tus, your Sheikh Tusi, basically like Tus. Like we have Jalalpur, Jalalpuri. Likewise, Tus, Tusi, Bukhara, Bukhari. Sheikh Tusi, so its name is also Tus. And then its name is Khurasan. And then Mashhad Muqaddas. Mashhad basically because after when Imam Rida alayhi salam was martyred there and they built his Darih Muqaddas there, so it got the name Mashhad. So the point is that Imam was there. He wrote a letter. Imam Rida alayhi salam was, of course, compelled to Marv those days by Ma'mun al-Rashid, alayhi la'inullah. May Allah's curses be upon him. He is the most wicked and cunning among Bani Abbas, this Ma'mun al-Rashid. So point number one was that when Imam Rida alayhi salam reaches there and Ma'mun announces him as his crown prince, Wali Ahad, Imam writes a letter. And roughly about after a year, Hazrat Bibi Fatima Masuma Salamullahi alayha, she moves from Medina, holy city of Medina, to visit her brother and support him in the mission of Walayat Ahl Bayt in that general sense. So the point was, people they're making a huge mistake who say that Bibi Masuma received the khabar, the news of the martyrdom of Imam in her last few days. This is not correct. The correct news is Bibi Masuma was on Sawa, which is a city about 60 kilometers away from Qum today. Still the name is Sawa there. Not to show off, but I lived there for 9 years in Hausa. I know almost every single inch there. Of course, in that sense of we say I know every single inch. Of course, I don't know every single inch. But my point is this city Sawa is there. When Bibi reaches there, and the people of Qum, yes, Qum was still a Shia city those days even. It has been. So they took her to there. And Bibi was she was in shock because of that attack by the enemies of Ahlul Bayt. They attacked the caravan of Bibi Masuma and they killed many of them. As per Rawayat, at least 18 people were killed. Most of them were the brothers of Bibi Masuma and Imam Rida alayhi salam. As you know, the leader of the caravan was also killed, who was brother of Bibi Masuma. So my point, this is 100%, and it happens in 2001 after Hijrah, 201 rather after Hijrah, 201. And Imam Rida alayhi salam is martyred in 203. And the most obvious proof is that the ziyarah, which we recite today when we visit Bibi Masuma Salamullahi alayha, is provided to us by Imam Rida alayhi ala futahiyat wa thana wa salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Number two, why do we have so much thawab for the ziyarat of Bibi Masuma Salamullahi alayha? As Imam says, that if you have that if you visit her, do her ziyarat, lahul jannah, whosoever does that. We have same hadith from Imam Jawad alayhi salam as well. Whosoever does ziyarat of my pupi, wajabat lahul jannah. Jannah becomes obligatory for him. The visitor of my amma, meri pupi, my aunt, Bibi Masuma in Qum. And then most interestingly, if you go back, we have a hadith from Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. The reporter says, the most interesting is, the reporter, Allah gave him a daughter, and he's there to speak with Imam about that Allah has granted me a daughter. And Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, when he reaches, is speaking to his few days old baby, who is in the cradle, if I can say. Gahware ke bacche se Imam Sadiq alayhi salam baatein kar rahe the. The Rawi says, I was stunned. And I couldn't even stop myself from asking Imam the question, Yabna Rasulallah, you're speaking to a baby who is just few days old? How is that? Of course, he was amazed. Today, we are not amazed. You know why? Because we have seen so much. We have so much knowledge about Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. So don't think even, how come this Rabi was amazed? Don't they know Ahlul Bayt? Not necessarily everyone knew Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam on that same level of Hazrat Salman and Hazrat Abu Dhar alayhimus salam. So don't be amazed by these words in Rawayat if you see that, the Ravi was like amazed and stunned. How is this possible? Imam says, you know what? Go and speak with him yourself. And this narrator says, I was even more amazed. Oh, ye to ajeeb aur bhi ajeeb ho gaya. Anyways, he walks to the baby, gets close to him, and then he speaks. Before he speaks, baby says, listen, Allah has granted you with a daughter. Change her name. The name you have selected for her, Allah does not love that name. He's more amazed. He knows Allah has given me a daughter. And he even knows about the name. Then he turns back to Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. Yabna Rasulallah, who is this baby? Imam says, he is my son. And your next Imam, Musa al-Qadhim alayhi alafu tahiyyat wa thana. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. And then here it goes. Imam says, Allah is going to give me another daughter through him. Now this is about 45 years before the birth of Hazrat Bibi Masuma salamullahi alayha. Imam doesn't say exactly that Allah is going to, give her a daughter. Allah says, وَسَتُدْفَنُ فِيهَا إِمْرَأَةٌ مِّنْ أَوْلَادِي In Qum, there's going to be one of my children, a female, is going to be buried there. Now pay attention to this. Tusamma Fatima. Her name is going to be Fatima. فَمَنْ زَارَهَا وَجَبَتْ لَهُ الْجَنَّةِ Whosoever visits her shrine there, paradise will be obligated for him. This is the most amazing part. That Bibi Masuma salamullahi alayha, and Masuma be known is one of her titles. So she has a great higher status near Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. And one of her sentences in the ziyarat is, Ya Fatima tushfa'i li fil jannah. O Fatima, do my intercession in paradise. This is very important. In Jannah. See, we Ahlul Bayt's followers, we are the only sect among Islam who know the information. Even in paradise, there is gunjaish. There is, a place of magnitude to go higher. And we still need there the shafaat. This sentence by Imam Masum tells us, Ya Fatima to ishfa'i li fil jannah. It's not on the day of, mahshar, when we do question Ahlul Bayt, that do our intercession that Allah may put us in the paradise. This is inside the paradise. And we are still growing. Our iman is growing, as Quran Kareem says, وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ عَذَابٌ شَدِيدٌ وَمَغْفِرَةٌ مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَرِضْوَانٌ. This Ridwan is interpreted that, listen, in paradise, even after we have everything, we will still need more from Allah. And what is that? That is Ridwanullahi Akbar. Have a salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. See, we will have in paradise whatsoever. Khalidina fiha wa jannatun tajri min tahtiha al-anhar. Other than that, Allahumma yasha'una fiha. People who are in the paradise will have everything they want. Whatsoever you will desire, you will have it there. But still, other than that, wa ridwanullahi akbar. Allah's ridwan is greater than these things. Here Imam is teaching us, when you reach to her grave and you question, Inna laki indallahi sha'nan min ash-sha'an. O Bibi Fatima Masuma, I know you have a very higher status near Allah Jalla Shanu. Do my intercession, do my shafaat. Oh, I gave a couple of times a story on the Rawda of Bibi Fatima. Whose story was that? You know whose story was that? My own. I'll give you my own story later. Let me give you a story of a person who was the custodian of the shrine of Bibi Masuma for 40 years, and not an ordinary man. Ayatullah Marje, Taqleed Ayatullah Marashi Najafi Rahmatullahi alayh. He quotes from his dad. See, as his name is Najafi, he's from Hawza Najaf Ashraf. And this man has done for Alam Tashayyu something which is invaluable. One day, if Allah reconciled me to talk about him a bit and his services towards Shiaism, he has preserved our invaluable, rare books there in a huge library. Books you cannot find anywhere else. You will go to the library of Ayatollah Marashi Najafi and you will find there. And it's only for ulama. Of course, normally you can go there and read the book, but you cannot borrow and take it out. His library is just next to the Rawda of Bibi Fatima Masuma, people who have been blessed there. May Allah, for the sake of Bibi Fatima Masuma Salamullahi Alaiha, reconcile all of us to go and visit her shrine with your loud salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Ke Allah Miyan hum sabko is Shahzadi ki ziyarat mein kamyab kare. The story I wanted to give you was that Ayatollah Najafi quotes from his dad, Sayyid Mahmud Marashi Najafi. He says that we were in Najaf Ashraf and my dad, somehow it came to his heart. He wanted to do the ziyarah of Bibi Fatima Zahra Salamullahi Alaiha. And a desire came to his mind that I want to know where the grave of Sayyida Kaunain is. I want to know the real place where she is buried. See, as we have three places like Jannatul Baqi, we have that she is buried in Baqi. We have Riyadul Jannah, the place between the member of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. May our salawat be a gift to him. Allahumma salli ala. And the Hujra of Bibi Fatima Salamullahi Alaiha, which is just few meters away from the grave of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So these three are the possibilities that where the grave is. So Ayatollah Mahmud Marashi Najafi Rahmatullahi Alayhi desires to visit that place, to know exactly where is she buried. And they have, a 40-night amal, that mujarrab amal, to know that. Ulama, they know it. You will find it in the books, inshallah. He starts doing that amal and starts repeating it. On 40th night, as he sleeps, he's tired, does lots of tawassul, does lots of dua. As he sleeps, now Ayatollah Marashi Najafi, he quotes that either of the Imam Baqir alayhi salam or Imam Sadiq alayhi salam comes to his dream. He could not differentiate. But he says it's either Imam Baqir or Imam Sadiq alayhi salam. They came and they said, Alayka bikarimati ahlil bayt. You should. Alayka means basically it's upon to you, it's up to you, it's kind of even obligated to you. Just gonna kehte ye tumhare zimma hai. Now it's your responsibility. What is the responsibility? Bikarimati ahlil bayt. You should hold fast to the karimai ahlil bayt, if I can translate that. You should hold fast to karimai ahlil bayt. He says, Yabna Rasulullah, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm striving to know the grave of Bibi Fatima Salamullahi Alaiha. Imam says, I don't mean my Jadda, my grandmother Fatima Salamullahi Alaiha. I mean Fatima binto Musa ibn Ja'far alayhim as-salam. And Allah, it's from Allah Jalla Shanu. It's His divine will that the grave of Bibi Fatima Zahra Salamullahi Alaiha be unknown. Imam mentions this to him. But he says, if you want to see that thawab of visiting Bibi Fatima Salamullahi Alaiha, go and visit the qabr of Bibi Masuma Salamullahi Alaiha. You will have all those benefits and all those privileges which you were going to get by visiting the grave of Bibi Sayyidatul Nisa'il Alameen Fatima Zahra bint Muhammad Mustafa Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. So this tells us that Bibi Masuma's place is a huge status. And there are so many other rawayat. Ayatollah Marashi Najafi says, we got up, my dad decided the very next day, as soon as, he got this news, we traveled from Najafi Ashraf to Qum for the ziyarat with all of our family. And he sees such, the ziyarah was in such, he decides to stay there. You know what, people who have, may Allah inshallah take you there if have not, people who have seen the Rawda of Imam Ali alayhi salam and lived there for a while, and people who have seen the Rawda of Imam Hussein alayhi salam and Rawda of Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam, and who have lived there, you know what, it is something that you have to go and taste it. Without living there, you cannot tell just by listening to the riwayat or stories. This is something you have to taste yourself. Check it out yourself. People who have lived there, they don't want to leave that place. Trust me on this one. Rawda Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam and Imam Hussein alayhi salam, you cannot move away from that place. But Ayatollah Marashi Najafi says, when I reached there, see this great marje taqleed, he moves into Qum, stays there. Now let me give you my story. Have a salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil farajahum. My story is that, of course, see, it's hard to speak the truth. But you know what? Truth benefits. I'm man enough to speak the truth. When I went into Hawda, traveled from Toronto, I knew Bibi Masuma Salamullahi alayha. I heard so many majalis. I myself spent 5 years here in the Hawza before going to the Hawza of Qom. But honestly, I did not have that much marifah which I have today. So I went there respectfully, did ziyarah. I used to do ziyarah lots of times. See, living in Qom, you cannot stop yourself from doing ziyarah Bibi Masuma. But I was of the opinion, you know what, Bibi Fatima Salamullahi alayha is a matchless personality. Not a single person among ladies will reach to the status of the daughter of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and it is true. And then I used to think of Bibi Zainab Salamullahi alayha, such a great personality. So I used to think that, yeah, we respect Bibi Fatima Masuma. But she is not, infallible. वो मासूम नहीं है. Though she has a very huge and higher status in Allah. Once, my late dad, may Allah bless his soul, if I can request to have a salawat on him. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. He tells me, our very realistic issue. He tells me, previously they have been trying, my younger brother gets married, they want him to move to Hong Kong for business. By the way, he's mashallah in jewelry, in gold business. He was of the opinion, I don't want to move. I'm doing well. I don't want to move out of Pakistan. The question was, my dad said, go to the Rawda of Bibi Masuma and do dua that may Allah open up his heart. And he goes and, accepts to move to Hong Kong. I said, Abbaji, he's not going to change his mind. What do you mean? I can go there and do dua. He said, you know what? Just go and do dua. Go there, recite ziyarah and do dua that may Allah, for the sake of Bibi Masuma, he accepts and goes, moves to Hong Kong. And honestly, here's what is hard. You know what? Just to follow the commands from my dad, I said, you know what? Okay, I'll go to the haram and do ziyarah and do dua. But in my heart, I was saying, astaghfirullah, well, you know what, Bibi Masuma is great, but I know he's not going to change his mind. It was in my mind at that point. But trust me, I went there and I did ziyarah, did dua, just simply to follow the hukam of my dad. Because, of course, I wanted to show my obedience to his command. उन्होंने मुझे हुक्म दिया कि बेटा जाओ जाकर ज़ियारत करके दुआ करो कि तुम्हारा भाई हांगकांग जाने के लिए राजी हो जाए. I went there, did ziyarat, did dua, jali pakad ke ki bibi, for the sake of, your status in Allah, and for your grandmother, Bibi Fatima, salamullahi alayha, reconcile my brother, so he changed his mind and, obeys dad and changes his mind to move to Hong Kong. I left and I even spoke, this is the mockery, for myself I'm saying, I even spoke to my wife. Hey, listen, Baba ne kaha tha, go and do ziyarah and do dua that he changes his mind. But you know what? It's not gonna happen. Within third day, I was just speaking with my dad, and he said, you know what? Looks like you went to the Zari. Your brother has accepted to go to Hong Kong. Honestly, that day I did tawbah. That, oh Allah, I was, astaghfirullah, making a huge mistake by thinking that, astaghfirullah, she's an ordinary lady, she's not Masoom. Yeah, she's the daughter of a Masoom Imam, sister to a Masoom Imam. We love her, we respect her. I kiss her zari. But I was not that much convinced. After that, I had 3 other tasks on different times. I won't tell you those 3. Maybe of the member I can tell. I went there with this serenity, with this yaqeen that this dua is going to be heard and accepted. And I tell you, all those 3 times I went there, Allahu Akbar, I don't mean to show off. I'm a lowly student. But I went there and I did dua and it was heard right away. It's amazing, I tell you that. When I went there in Qom, I was of the opinion she's very respectful. Yeah, I'm repeating, I know. But I tell you right now, trust me on this one. You go there with pure intention and you do dua, 110% your dua will be accepted. Have a salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. There's a shubha, there's a question, very interesting one, and I want to give a message under that shubha. That Bibi Masooma salamullahi alayha, when she was martyred, why I said martyred, because there is riwayah, a group of riwayat which says that a person poisoned her. When they were under that attack, when her brothers and the people in the Qafala, the Karwan, were killed, someone poisoned her. Otherwise, it's a wafat. So, Bibi Fatima, she was about 27 years old. Why was she not married? There's a huge discussion among ulama there. There are 2 major ideologies. The both answers are good answers. You want to take either of them, it's good answer. Answer number 1 is that because she was so high in the rank as per taqwa and perfection and iman and yaqeen, being the direct disciple and student of Imam Kazim alayhi salam and direct student and sister to Imam Musa, Imam Raza alayhi salam, she was on such a higher rank, they could not find a proper match, a kufu for her. That made her marriage to be delayed, that caused rather her marriage to be delayed. And she could not get married while she moved on the way she passed away. This is answer number 1. It has some pros and cons in it, some discussions in it. May that remain for some other day. Answer number 2 is that the jaw, the atmosphere, the conditions those days were very severe. When she was born, see, those days the Harun al-Rashid was the caliph who was the worst enemy of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, and they were after Alawiyan, followers of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. And remember, Imam Kazim alayhi salam spent about 14 years in the prison. So basically, to be the damad, the son-in-law of Imam Kadhim alayhi salam, means open animosity and hostility, and announcing that I am standing against the caliph. So the damad was going to be very vulnerable. Most probably he was going to get killed. So no one could dare to go ask for the hand of Bibi Masuma salamullahi alayha. Though in appearance you may think, oh well, what is this type of situation? Was it that much pressure, that much fear, of persecution? Well, think of this. It's not Masaib, but maybe I'll mention this in the Masaib too. Nothing wrong with it. When they took Imam Kadhim alayhi salam out of the prison, they did not even give his body to the family. God forbid me saying this. God forgive me rather. They, astaghfirullah, threw his body on the bridge of Baghdad. Jisr Baghdad pe Imam ka jasad hatar unke mazdoor phenk ke aa gaye the. We know this. Now thinking and going back there, and if we do a tahleel and analysis of this hadith, the way Imam was imprisoned and he spent the last 14 years of his life in a prison, who could dare to go ask for the hand of his daughter? And then Imam Rida alayhi salam, look, normally people will go, oh well, he was made the wali ahad. Ma'mun made him a wali ahad. But you don't see that basically that put Imam's life under huge question. Basically, Imam knew as he went. And we all know from the riwayat, Imam did not want to go. It was a compulsion. Though Ma'mun tried to show it off that he is trying to kind of inviting Imam and he is going with his own will, while it was not with his own will. As he makes his will there while he is leaving the Holy City of Medina. I'm not going to come back. He says this. He mentions this. And this is not simply because, well, you can say, well, he's a masoom, he's telling us. No, everyone, even that person, Amr ibn Raja, who was with that, that Isa Juludi. See, this caravan, those people, those army men of Ma'mun who went to bring Imam, they even knew. When they reported back, because this Amr was the associate of Ma'mun, and he had told him that you have to report me back whatsoever you see on the way. And he tells that Imam Rida alayhi salam knows that you are not serious in making him the crown prince, and he knows what your intentions are. He said, how do you know that? He says he has been mentioning it again and again at many occasions. That's how I know, and this is true. For us, just this much is enough, that he makes his wasiyah while leaving the holy city of Medina, and he says, what else we want other than this? He says, I'm never going to return back. And then look at that poetry, that share which the Abul Khuzai, one of the devotees, that great poet. Remember, he has a qasida. When he recites that qasida in presence of Imam Rida alayhi salam, and Imam says, you want me to add 2 more share to your qasida? He says, yes, Mawla, go ahead. And he finishes where? The bell stops here. That, O Bibi Fatima, he speaks to the daughter of Rasulullah, that your sons, some of your awlad, look, I mean, how mazloom they are. He's basically trying to speak of the masaib of Bibi Fatima's awlad. He says, someone is in Sham. Someone is where? In Karbala. Someone is where? In Najaf. Someone is where? He speaks in Kadhimain. Up to Imam Kadhimain he stops. But then pay attention to this. Imam Rida says, and there's going to be a grave in the city of Tus. He says, Yabna Rasulallah, whose grave is that? I don't know, from the children of Bibi Fatima, someone who has a grave in Tus. Imam says, Qabri, that is going to be my grave. So this all tells us about this. Now the point I wanted to make quickly is that a very serious issue is threatening our children nowadays. That is late marriages. Normally seen, of course I'm not going to mention anyone, But most of the questions nowadays, parents, they ask ulama are relating either the reasons of pro-life. Let's say, there's so many reasons. Of course, it's a huge topic. But son or daughter, they are not ready to get married. Whenever parents, they ask them, they're like above 30, above even 35. Few years ago, there was someone who asked me an issue. They came to me for counseling, and it was so hard. They had 4 daughters. It's not here 100% in Canada, not even Canada. It was in States. Why should I not mention? Of course, we are not here to expose someone, but in a general sense, let me change the issue. They had like daughters above 40. And they said, Maulana, once एक जो रिश्ता आया था हमारी बड़ी बेटी के लिए, the person was a doctor, and my daughter said no. And the reason was, well, he's a bit bald, उनके थोड़े से बाल, he has lost some here. Okay, another person, he has so and so shortcoming. For A, B, C, D, E, F, infinity reasons, they did not get married on their proper age. Now, they don't want to get married. What is this? This is very wrong. See, for everything, there's a very, very appropriate time. The best is to do things on their appropriate time. Very simply, if I can explain that in an example, see namaz. Namaz is best to offer on its primal time, awwal waqt. See, namaz awwal waqt is very less thawab. Late, lesser than that. Qada will just save us from the punishment maybe, if accepted. Namaz, if left, not maintained, not offered, maybe we can do qada. But Umar, our age, if left, there's no qada for Umar. It's not going to come back. So please get ready. I'm requesting and begging to all parents. And if you yourself are the youth who has reached that age, which is an age of getting married, remember, everything has its own time. And if a ripened fruit, paka hua phal, left alone on the tree, I don't need to explain what happens to that fruit. Everything has its own time, own scenario, and it fits the best within its own scenario, which Allah has set up for us. Timing is very important. Nowadays, back those days, since beginning of time, since there were humans, see, if I can go very simply, our teeth, look, when a baby is born, has no teeth. Its jaws are so small. See, if the size of the tooth which an adult has, if that tooth is put in the mouth of, let's say, a newborn, think what's going to happen. I can't go simpler than this. See, a baby, very small mouth, very small, very delicate lips. They start getting bigger, growing, they grow bigger and bigger. See, at an appropriate age, see, thanaya, those two, front teeth, they come out. Then the other two, then the, cannon teeth, then other, then the roots, then everything goes, gradually, then our hair grow. It's likewise. Our marriage has an appropriate time. Please make sure that we counsel, we raise. Yeah, it starts, of course, before their birth. We got to work on their education. We got to educate them. We got to counsel them. We got to teach them. Because there are so many threats outside. So many threats in the society. They have so many social barriers. We have to work in multi-dimensional areas to raise our children, to prepare them, to get ready for marriage on an appropriate time. Surah Salawat, please. Imam Rida alayhi salam writes a letter to Bibi Masuma and the family members asking them to come and move to Qum, move to Tus, Mashhad. Bibi Masuma salamullahi alayha with her brothers. Remember, Imam Qadhim alayhi salam among all the A'imma is the Imam who has the most children. According to Sheikh Mufid rahmatullahi alayhi, he has 19 sons. And if I'm not mistaken, 17 or 18 daughters. That one of them is Bibi Masuma salamullahi alayha. The simplest reason is the enemies, they wanted to eliminate Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. They wanted to, destroy this dynasty, this chain, the progeny of Rasulullah. They were the worst enemy. Bani Abbas, they were even worse than Bani Umayyah. And you know that they used to simply patch them up between the bricks. Diwar mein chunwa dete the unko, zinda zinda. You have heard these stories. Anyways, Bibi Masuma salamullahi alayha along with the Kafala, they are moving from Medina towards Mashhad. And remember, those days the traveling was very hard and people used to move on a slower pace. Anyways, after quite a while traveling, she is now tired, she is exhausted. Their caravan reaches a city known as Sawa. The followers of Ma'mun, they are after them, Bani Abbas. They attack the Kafala. They attack and they kill, as per Rawayat, 18 to 21 men in the caravan. There's a kind of battle there. They have fierce battle, and Bibi Masuma watches them getting killed. And she watches few of the men being beheaded. Their heads were severed in front of her, and she cannot bear this. She falls severely ill, and this was the reason of her death. But before that, they had given the news to the people of Qum that the followers and the lovers, and among them are the family of Rasulullah, they are coming and going to pass by here. They're planning to move to Mashhad Muqaddas. There's a person named as Musa ibn Khazraj. He comes. Anyways, they ask Bibi Masuma, they invite them to come to the city of Qum, which is Qum today. Those days it was not Qum. It was just a piece of land where they buried Bibi Masuma. Even if today you look at the map of Qum, you will see that the city grew like totally in circles. People, they built their houses around the shrine of Bibi Masuma salamullahi alayha. Anyways, this Khizraj, Ibn Khizraj takes Bibi Masuma salamullahi alayha with him, and they all take her to that place who was the nearest there. They had a place there, they settled a house. They took Bibi Masuma in there. Bibi could not bear the shock of the martyrdom of all those brothers and relatives which were martyred there under that attack. Bibi Masuma salamullahi alayha had a letter in her hand. You know this letter, what letter was? This letter was from Imam Rida alayhi salam. You know how this was exposed? When they wanted to give her the ghusl, when the ladies came to give her a ghusl, they opened her, palm, and they found this letter written by Imam Rida alayhi salam, who was saying, "Oh sister, it is so hard for me. I cannot stay away from you. If you can come and visit me in Mashhad Muqaddas. I'm so lonely here." Remember, there are three pairs in the history of brother and sister relationship. One is Bibi Masuma and Hazrat Imam Rida alayhi salam, and the other one is Bibi Zainab salamullahi alayha and Imam Hussein alayhi salam. And Azadaro Tisri, you know who that is? Well, that is the Bibi Sughra, Fatima Sughra and Ali Akbar alayhi salam. For Ali Akbar, let me mention you this: when Ali Akbar was martyred, the poet says, Akbar ne jo ghar maut ka abad kiya, Sughra ko dame naza bada yaad kiya. Uske aakhri lamho mein Akbar ne yahi kaha tha na, बाबा मुझे अगर एक मर्तबा हो सके तो मेरी बहन सुगरा की ज़ियारत करवा दीजिए। मैंने आते हुए सुगरा से वादा किया था कि सुगरा, अगर हालात साजगार रहे तो मैं आकर तुम्हें मदीना से अपने पास ले जाऊंगा। तो बाबा, मैं सुगरा से किया हुआ वादा वफा नहीं कर सका। अज़ादारो इमाम ने अपना दस्ते इमामत अली अकबर की आंखों पर फेरा। आखिरी लम्हों में अकबर का जनाजा तड़प के रह رہ گیا. کیا دیکھا کہ کسی شخص کے پاؤں کے نشانوں کے اوپر جناب صغرا اپنا سر رکھے لیٹی ہے اور آہستہ آہستہ کہہ رہی ہے علی اکبر بھیا اکبر تمہارا 7ویں محرم کا وعدہ تھا اور آج 10ویں محرم کا دن ہے. کیا بہن کو یوں بھلا دیا کرتے ہیں؟ ارے تم نے تو وعدہ کیا تھا کہ صغرا میں آ کر آپ کو لے جاؤں گا. عزادارو دوسری بہن کی بات سن لیجئے. لیکن اس بہن کی غربت کا عالم یہ ہے کہ جب موسیٰ بن خضرج کے گھر میں بی بی معصومہ کی شہادت ہوئی تو عزادارو بی بی معصومہ کا وہاں پر کوئی اپنا نہ تھا. عزادارو لیکن اس موسیٰ بن خضرج نے خواتین سے جب جنازہ وغیرہ تیار کروایا, غسل کروایا, بہترین کفن پہنایا, قبر تیار کروائی, عزادارو لکھتے ہیں کہ جب دفن کا وقت آیا نا تو یہ آپس میں مشورہ کرنے لگے. آل سعد, یہ آل سعد کا قبیلہ تھا جن کا رئیس موسیٰ بن خضرج تھا. انہوں نے کہا کہ یہ سید زادی ہے اور یہ امام کی بیٹی ہے تو انہیں ہم تو دفن کر نہیں سکتے, کیا کیا جائے؟ پتہ لگایا گیا کہ یہاں قریب میں ایک بزرگوار بڑے با تقوی اور نہایت دیندار سید رہتے ہیں جن کا نام قادر ملتا ہے روایات میں. انہوں نے کہا جا کر ان کو بلا کر لایا جائے اور ان سے درخواست کی جائے کہ آپ سید ہیں اور آپ بزرگ ہیں اور آ کر اس سید زادی کو سپرد خاک کریں. عزادارو یہ لکھتے ہیں کہ ابھی یہ انتظار کر رہے تھے کہ حضرت وہ قادر تشریف لائے. کہتے ہیں کہ رملہ کی طرف سے 2 گھڑ سوار آتے ہوئے نظر آئے کہ جنہوں نے سیاہ کپڑے پہنے ہوئے تھے اور اپنے چہروں پر نقاب پہن رکھے تھے. عزادارو وہ دونوں خاموشی سے آگے بڑھے, انہوں نے لوگوں کو ہٹایا اور آ کر جسد اطہر پر نماز جنازہ ادا کی. اس کے بعد ایک قبر میں اترا اور دوسرے نے جنازہ پکڑ کر اس کو سپرد کیا. عزادارو روایت لکھتی ہے دونوں نے خاموشی سے شہزادی کو سپرد خاک کیا اور جس طرف سے آئے تھے رملہ کی طرف خاموشی سے چلے گئے. کسی کو پتہ نہیں چلا کہ وہ دونوں کون ہیں. بعد میں علماء کہتے ہیں شاید, پکی بات نہیں ہے لیکن شاید ایک امام رضا تھے, دوسرے امام کاظم تھے. دوسرے گروہ نے کہا کہ شاید ایک امام رضا علیہ السلام تھے, دوسرے امام جواد علیہ السلام تھے. عزاداروں میں یہاں پر کہوں گا شہزادی معصومہ آپ اپنے وطن سے دور تھی لیکن دیکھیے آپ کو ایک باشرف جنازہ نصیب ہوا. شہزادی آپ کے اوپر نماز جنازہ پڑھی گئی. شاید آپ کے بابا کاظم تھے, شاید آپ کے بھائی امام رضا تھے. بی بی آپ کو بہترین قبر ملی, بی بی آپ کے چاہنے والے وہاں پر آپ کے لیے تعزیت کر رہے تھے. لیکن سلام غربت ہے بی بی زینب پر کہ جو 70 قدم کے فاصلے پر کھڑی تھی اور اس کا وہ بھائی کہ جس کی زیارت کے بنا بی بی زینب ایک دن بھی زندہ نہیں رہ سکتی تھی. عزادارو بشمر جالس علی صدرہی, شمر امام حسین کے سینے پر سوار تھا اور بی بی زینب پکار کے یہی کہتی تھی نہ مار میرے ماں جائے کو, چکیاں پیس پیس کے میری ماں نے اسے پالا تھا. الا لعنت اللہ علی القوم الظالمین وسیعلم الذین ظلموا ای منقلب ینقلبون. پروردگارہ بحق محمد و آل محمد ہمارے ان ٹوٹے پھوٹے الفاظ کو شہزادی معصومہ سلام اللہ علیہا کی بارگاہ میں قبول و منظور فرما. پروردگارہ ہم سب کو شہزادی معصومہ سلام اللہ علیہا کی زیارت نصیب فرما. پروردگارہ بحق محمد و آل محمد ہمارے بچوں کو سیرہ معصومین پہ چلنے کی توفیق عطا فرما. مالک بحق شہزادی قم حضرت معصومہ سلام اللہ علیہا جو مؤمنین و مؤمنات, جو جوانان اور جو مؤمنات پروردگارہ شادی کے قابل ہیں ان کو بہترین میچ جو ان کا بہترین ہمسار و کفو ہے وہ عطا فرما. مالک ان کی طرف رہنمائی فرما. بحق محمد و آل محمد ہمارے امام کے ظہور میں تعجیل فرما. ہمیں ان کے سچے آوان و انصار میں شامل فرما. ماتم